if you're sensitive, you do not want to watch this video because I got something I gotta say, and it involves Kashane Thompson, but not only Kashane Thompson, but every track and field runner that is doing what I'm going to talk about. But before I get on that, I'm Everything Track, back at it again. I know it's been a while, but it's been a while. It's been a while since I've seen a consistent track and field runner. Why is it that in every other sport that we see, every other sport that we watch, we have these people that don't just say, hey, you know what? I don't feel like playing at the NBA Finals this year because this is the 19th NBA Final, not the 20th NBA Final, so I'm not going to play. Or, hey, I'm not going to play this game because this is game 3. I think it's more important to play game 4 instead. Or the Super Bowl, you don't see Patrick Mahomes saying, hey, I don't want to play at the Super Bowl because I already have a ring. I'm going to let somebody else play for this Super Bowl so they can get them a ring and work. They'll give me that second ring. When have you seen that in sports? When have you seen somebody like Serena Williams say, I'm not going to do this tennis match because it's not important? Never. You don't really see that. Now, we talk about people that deal with injuries and stuff like that. That's one thing. But I'm talking about the typical track and field runner that's always saying, I'm not ready at this beat, and they don't give a real good reason why. They just cancel. You got people paying to see these track and field runners, and they just say, you know what, I'm not going to go. In fact, another thing, and this ain't Kashane Thompson, but I do want to talk about Kashane Thompson real quick, if you all don't mind, and that is because Kashane Thompson is apparently hurt, but he got hurt after he said he was not going to run at the indoor championships, even though he was eligible to run. Yes, you heard me right. The second fastest man, in the world did not want to run at the indoor world championships, even though he said previously that he did want to run. Christian Coleman's not running, but here's the thing about Christian Coleman and Noah Lyles. They never said they was going to run, but I still got to get on their head. Nobody is safe in this video. Why is it that we have our superstars not doing these track races? If you're going to be a professional athlete, you should be made to run. You should be forced to run. And if you don't run, whoever their contract is, whether it's Adidas, Asics, New Balance, On Running, Hoka's, I don't care, Nike, they should dock their contract pay, or it should be something in their contract that says you have to run at these championships at least. Like, you just don't see that. Like, any other sport, you don't see Derrick Henry just not play a game, just not to play a game. That's not how that works. He might not play a game because he's injured, or he might not play a game because he's like in rehab. But you don't see people not play games just not to play games unless they just suck. But in track and field, for some reason, Sydney McLaughlin she does not have to run for a whole year. For some reason, Noah Lyles doesn't have to run indoors. For some reason, Christian Coleman doesn't have to run for the whole year until he feels like it. For some reason, Sha'Carri Richardson doesn't have to run. But this is the only sport where people don't run, and then you wonder why nobody watches it. You don't watch soccer, you see Chelsea, you watch Chelsea versus Manchester City, you're going to see the starters play. Trust me. It ain't going to be no game where they're not like, oh, well, we're playing Liverpool, so we're not going to worry about them this time. Shout out to Chelsea. But that's just crazy. And I know I have talked to my boy before about this, my boy Aaron, and he said he had similar signs of worrisome, or I should say, he showed similar signs of concern for track and field in the future. Because I'm just getting sick of people like Marcel Jacobs and all the other superstars just not deciding to run a track meet. So you can't call yourself a professional. Professionals don't miss work because they just feel like they don't feel like going. That's not what a professional does. Now, if you was like on vacation or something, that's one thing. But you talking about people that's just not going to run just because they don't feel like running. So with that being said, why is Kashane on this? Because I said previously about 2 minutes ago, Kashane Thompson, the man that we want to see race Lackley Kennedy based out of Australia, you know, the man that has the fastest 60-meter, which he had ran outdoors, so we don't know if it's a true time or not. Anyways, he's still going to the indoor championships, but Kashane Thompson is not. So that will leave Rohan Watson and Deshaun Ebanks going to the indoor championships. But Tia Clayton and Kashane Thompson will not be there. And that just really pisses me off. That grinds my gears. But either way it goes, people like Kashane Thompson is the reason track and field is doomed. He's what's wrong with track and field. But it's not just him. It's Noah Lyles too. It's Gout as well. It's Aaron Knight as well. It's Joseph Faberle as well. It's Matthew Bowen as well. The only person I see is Sha'Carri as well. It's Sidney McLaughlin as well. It's Iwa Sabota as well. Ida Karstoff as well. It's your people over there on that side of the country too. You know, it's not just them. You know, it's Reese Prescott as well. You know, it's everybody. These people are not professional track and field athletes when you only run it 2 meets a year. That's horrible. And before any of you guys say, oh, we're taxing their body, you see these football players practice. These guys lift heavy weights. These guys do multiple drills. These guys weigh 200 pounds. They get hit by people that weigh 300 to 400 pounds every week. You're not finna tell me that this guy who runs in a straight line for 10 seconds is breaking his body down more than this 6'3", 230-pound guy getting hit in the side of the head every 10 minutes he does a play. You're not finna tell me that this basketball player who has to run up and down the court for 40 minutes is doing less than Joseph Faberle running for 20 seconds to the 200 meter. You're not finna tell me that. So with that being said, it needs to be something. There needs to be something done. I know this Grand Slam track is happening pretty soon, and I hope and I really do hope Michael Johnson makes everybody run every single event that he can, because track and field is doomed until we fix this main issue. I feel like this is really the main root cause of why people don't really like track and field like that, like the other sports, or why it's not growing like the other sports. Because your favorite runners aren't even running like they're supposed to. They're running like one time a year until it comes to having to qualify for the World Indoor Championships or Outdoor Championships, if they do that, if they do the indoors. But y'all let me know about y'all's opinion on that. I just don't like it. But y'all let me know if y'all like it or not. I'll see y'all later.